So let's talk about liquid gold because it actually came up in a conversation I was having last week. So liquid gold is, tell us.
Urine. Let's talk about pee, folks.
Yep.
When I was in treatment, do it once a week, you pee in a cup, they seal it in a bag, and it's obvious that that bag is being delivered to a lab because there's a hospital across the street. That seemed normal to me. And then when we got to the sober house, we were randomly tested there. No more than twice a week, usually once a week. We didn't know when it was going to happen. There were a big box of cups, disposable cups. The house manager would hand them out, pee in the cup, check it, dump the cup, throw it away. It was just the $20 cups from Walgreens. So the price of those things never occurred to me. When I started looking into this, I was looking, moms were showing me their EOBs from their insurance companies. I was seeing urine tests for $3,500, sometimes $5,000. That really is the backbone of this scam, in many ways. When we started to look at relationships between a detox facility and a partial hospitalization or treatment center and a sober home, we started to realize that some of these were forming networks, and there was always a lab a part of the network. So all of the urine from all of the clients was being sent through a particular lab that obviously had relationships with each of these facilities. So there was some sort of mutually beneficial relationships. And the urine testing is just so incredibly lucrative that it started to become obvious that many of these networks were having, a connection to a laboratory. And it increases their revenue, hundreds of thousands a month.
So the same people who own the recovery centers owned a stake in the laboratories testing
Mhm.
the liquid gold.
Yes. If you have 40 people in your facility, or 50 people, and you test them even twice a week, it starts to get, pretty lucrative.